What's up, everyone? Welcome to Holy Shit. That was great timing. That's our intro. That's our intro. What's up, Soul Creek?
I just kind of popped in to see what it was. Is the game Overcooked?
Overcooked. Okay.
Yeah.
The first one?
No.
Okay.
It's... Wait, no, maybe it's the first one?
I mean, that would be kind of shitty if it was the first one.
Well, I don't know. It says just Overcooked. But it looks all nice and pretty graphics-wise. Is this the first one?
Overcooked is a Mario Party. Yeah, I know what Overcooked is.
It's a Mario Party. Yeah, but this is an actual full game. Oh, either way, it's free. Free is free. You can't be upset about free.
It's free, but it's like, why couldn't you just give us Overcooked 2? Because that's the newer one.
Yeah, but didn't Overcooked 2 have like a big controversy surrounding it?
I don't know.
or is that Cooking with Mama or whatever that was?
I haven't heard anything about either one.
Yeah, viewers, if you're out there, if you're wondering if like me and AD are just talking about random things because we don't have any news to talk about, it's because the whole world's been postponed.
This show is random. Welcome to the random.
The whole entire world has been postponed, guys. We had a whole bunch of stuff we're going to cover for you this week, and I'm stuck. I'm trying to contortionize behind my desk. Cool events that we're going to be, and it's just all been postponed.
Cooking with Mama is the one he said.
That was Cooking Mama. Okay.
Cucklefish sale on Steam. Starbound for
$7. Really? Wargroove for $9? Oh, it might be time to pick up those then.
I don't know those.
Wargroove is a game that Mr. Soul Creek's been trying to get me to play for a while. It is a strategy-esque game. It's different in its art style. It's kind of cool. And Starbound, think Terraria, but in space. And instead of making a base on the planet, like in a fantasy-esque environment, you have a spaceship that kind of you can move to different planets and do different things in places.
Okay. Medieval Advance Wars. Only until tomorrow.
I might pick up Starbound and maybe we're for it.
It looks like the month of June is just going to be full of very okay shows. This is the most okay month ever, as far as gaming news goes.
Well, it was supposed to be an exciting month, and then the little face of 22 popped up and said, "Fun detected. Postpone everything." It's just nuts. I don't know. It's like the world is trying to suck any possibility of fun out of 2020 whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, and I hate to be the Debbie Downer for the episode today, but I, honest to God, and this is my honest to God opinion on this, if things keep going the way they are going with 2020, in the sense that we're probably going to get locked down again because there's going to be resurgence of Corona in the fall, that they've already, talking about it. If we don't get locked down in the next month because of all the protests spreading it all around, and then the government will be like, nope, you all have to be locked down again. Or, there's going to be continued riots and things are just going to get worse and worse and worse over here, and God knows, all-out civil war might start. Either way, I honest to God don't think we're going to see the next generation of consoles this year. Nope. I think they're going to get delayed.
This is not the year.
Yeah, I honestly think that, it's just going to be just a crap storm all the way up to it, because there's going to be riots in November anyway. Yeah. I mean, you're aware of that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because either Trump's going to get reelected and the whole country's going to go riot crazy, or Trump's not going to get reelected and the whole country's going to go riot crazy.
Yeah, because everybody sucks. Doesn't matter who wins, everybody sucks.
Yeah, so I really think Microsoft and Sony are just going to say, you know what? It's this year's just bug it.
This
Just
ain't
say no,
it.
we'll do it next year.
This year ain't it.
Mm-mm. Let's see. Let's just get the candle culture or the cancel culture of 2020 and cancel the rest of the year. You know what? The sad part is there were so many cool things that were supposed to happen this year, and it's that's what's happened. The cool thing is, though, I will say this much, and this is a cool topic we talk about, Eddie. The fact that a lot of games, well, I guess it's not so much for you because you got Final Fantasy and you got Last of Us coming out for you, so you got some
Yeah, I
fun
got
games.
Final Fantasy.
Well,
That
but
was
you were
good.
looking forward to it. You played it. My point is with the postponement of a lot of these games and a lot of these games being canceled and not going to the movies because you don't get any movies coming out and all this stuff. It's allowed me, at least personally, to explore some games I otherwise wouldn't have. Top of the list for me, one of the ones I'm enjoying the most right now is Gothic, an older game by a studio that I really didn't know a whole lot about and would never played it unless the community pushed for me for it and I didn't have anything else to play. I'm experiencing, or Terraria is another one. I would have never really thought of playing it and enjoying it because I'm usually not a big pixel art guy. I have to say that all these postpones have allowed me to go out and explore different games I would never gone out and tried. I mean, do you think you've experienced that a bit?
Not really. I mean, yeah, I have gotten to try some new stuff like Terraria 2.
Raft.
I got to try Fallout 76.
Right, but that wasn't a positive experience.
I got to realize why I never tried Fallout 76. So it was like a confirmation of,
Oh, there you go.
This makes me feel better knowing that I didn't miss anything.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but I don't know, because like you said, my stuff has been mostly, I haven't been affected as much. Yeah, so like, I still got Final Fantasy. Man, my two biggest, the two games I was most looking forward to for 2020 are probably going to both turn out to be disappointments. And that's so fucking, I don't know. It sucks.
Yeah. Just like you said, it's going to be the most okay year ever.
Yeah. I don't even think it's going to be okay. It's going to be shit. It is shit.
Well, hold on. You had you had 3 games you're really looking forward to this year. You still have Fast and the Furious.
But is that coming out this year?
I thought they put a release date in the fall.
Oh, did they? I can't remember. Yeah. I think we might have mentioned that last week, but
I think the release date's like right around the same time as Cyberpunk.
Oh shit! Which one am I gonna play?
For you, you're gonna play Fast and the Furious, and I'll play Cyberpunk.
Okay, fine.
Obsidian. Hey, what's up, Obsidian? All most people wanted from Fallout was co-op. That is a fair point. I'd say that most people wanted co-op, but they wanted co-op done well. They didn't want a cash grab co-op disaster zone.
They gave you co-op, but they gave you ass co-op.
Yeah.
Well, not really ass co-op, just an ass game in general.
Yeah, it's here you go. Here's your co-op.
Here's co-op. This
co-op tastes like shit.
Here's co-op inside of an ass.
It just, yeah. I mean, I enjoy Fallout 76 for what they tried to do. And don't get me wrong, but if you took it out of the Fallout, here's my thing of Fallout 76. If you took Fallout out of the equation and tried to do this with like a new IP and made this game exactly how it was with the new IP, people would. People already shred Fallout 76, but they would really people just wouldn't have played it. It would not have made any money. And that's the thing.
August 7th for Fast and Furious.
Yeah, there you go.
When's Cyberpunk? September?
September, yeah.
Okay.
September 16th? September something, or 9th? Might be 9th.
All right.
Look it up.
Mark your calendars. August 7th begins the greatest.
Hey, wait. Is Fast and Furious going to be a co-op experience?
Oh god,
17th.
I wish. That would be
because
awesome.
I would so put on like a douchebag, a haircut, and
Shave your head.
I would use bro every time I talk to you and stuff.
Shave your head. Put on a wife beater.
No, that's you.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to be the other guy who died after like the second movie or whatever.
The guy who died.
What was his name?
Paul Walker.
Yeah, I had to be that guy. So I'd have to like have the douchebag haircut and the I'm so cool, I'm badass fucking mentality and say bro every time.
Bro.
Dude, I could just do that.
You.
But so okay, so everybody who's joining us, I'm going to cover it real quick. So the reason why 80 and I don't have a whole lot to talk about this week. Speaking of which,
it doesn't have co-op, it says, but it has multiplayer.
Oh, okay. But the reason why 80 and I don't have a lot to talk about this week is because there were a whole bunch of events, guys, a ton of events scheduled for this past week. Say again?
Hang on.
Bro, 9 months, bro. Out fucking standing.
What's up, Pipes? Thanks for the sub.
Oh, man. So, there was a whole bunch of stories that we're supposed to be covering this week, and then, if you guys haven't been watching the news, then the riots happened. And from my understanding, those riots have spread all over the world now, so good on the people spreading the riot trend. I don't know if that's a good thing.
I mean, like, yeah, it's nice that the world is trying to be supportive, but like,
can we not riot things?
This ain't it, y'all.
So there was supposed to be a big PC gaming show that started this week. There was supposed to be an EA Play started this week. There was supposed to be the Steam Game Festival started this week.
The protests are spreading, but riots are just US because we suck.
The protests are spreading, but no. I read it. I saw a news story where they had, and this is funny. They had the firemen. This is in France, apparently. They lit the firemen on fire to go fight the cops. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's 100% true.
Well, that's France.
But I read the article. But
we don't have any French viewers, do we?
We don't have any French viewers? I don't think so. We're good. But anyway, so yeah, all these big shows that were supposed to happen this week and next week, by the way, guys, have all been canceled to the middle to last third of June. So if you were you looking forward to seeing all this cool stuff that was supposed to start this week? Yeah, no.
France does not count. Those fuckers trash entire cities because they had a bad croissant.
Well, that's fair, but as an American, I can't make fun of them because, America has been known to have riots because the wrong football team won.
Or because their football team won.
That's also a thing.
Fucking
yes.
God.
That's why we're saying, come November, America is going to riot. It doesn't matter who wins our election, we're going to riot. That should be the new American logo. We are going to riot.
Yeah. You talked about shutting down again because of Corona. We're either going to shut down because of Corona or we're going to go into martial law.
Or we're going to riot while in our houses.
Yeah.
People are going to break the stuff in their own homes.
We're going to riot via Zoom.
There we go. America, the land of riots. I love my country, but it's not
Zoom riots. Virtual rioting.
All right, guys. Yes, where were the global protesters to support the Hong Kong? Big Corps and game studios have silenced supporters and those who. Hey, man, I agree. I think that I've got friends in Hong Kong. When a streamer on the Nerd Farm, really close friend of mine, I talk to him all the time. I check on him at least a couple times a week to make sure he's safe. Skizzle, great guy. I check on him all the time. He's a close friend. Him and I have a lot of conversations with each other. He tells me firsthand what's going on in Hong Kong, and it's awful. And I don't understand why. And I don't want to get too political this episode. AD and I kind of already talked about it. We're going to stay very neutral because if you say anything wrong in this world nowadays, your channel gets destroyed. Luckily, it's only on AD's channel. Yeah. Anyway, no, seriously though, I don't understand why if we're going to riot and go crazy over human rights for one select group of individuals, we should be doing the same thing for every select group of individuals. And I think that's something that both me and AD believe in. Is that we believe in equal rights for everybody, justice for all, the whole 9 yards. It shouldn't be segmentalized. Agree, AD?
Yep. Blizzard taking their solidarity stand point on this is getting massive backlash after they punish and ban the Hearthstone Championships winner for speaking in favor of HK.
Okay, but here's the thing with that one, old man. And I'm just going to, old man pipes, I should say. Old man sounds derogatory.
Listen here, old man.
Yeah, I know. How many times do we have to tell you this lesson, old man? But no.
Fucking boomer.
Here's the problem with that one is I support the ban of him only because he did it at a Blizzard event. It's the same concept that I have with Mr. Kaepernick. I support his ability to protest. I support the ability of the individual who protested, the Hong Kong by saying what he said, spoke out. But it's at an official event. It's the same concept like AD and I are very familiar with because we were both in the military. When you're in the military, you are not allowed to protest because you are considered a soldier 24/7. Okay, if you're at a job site, like a for example, I don't know, a construction site, you don't protest for environmentalism. You just don't do it. You don't mesh the two because one, your views may not reflect the views of the company, and two, you're there to work. You're not there to give people their what they should think or how you think. It's just not the proper right message, wrong venue type thing. Exactly, 100%. You go to work, and then you go to protest. You don't mix the two. That's how I look at it. I know a lot of people disagree with me because they say that they're using their platform to do what they got to do, and that's where their platform is. But I just you should really separate the two. As part of his work contract to not use Blizzard platform for personal political agenda, the bloke agreed to not do that. He broke the contract. He got punished. Yes, exactly, Mr. Soul Creek. 100%. That's how I feel on it. And that's, I think, that most situations, it's one of the reasons why I think AD is so quiet. I think he feels the same way. You just don't protest in your place of work.
I'm over it.
See? So, but yeah.
Let's talk about something.
We could talk about, here's an interesting story I think I found. They had
waffles. I like waffles.
I like waffles too. Although I do find pancakes to be better.
Okay.
Waffles are hard and crunchy.
Okay, let's get a vote. Waffles or pancakes?
Okay, well, hold on. Waffles, pancakes, or French toast?
Oh, that's a good one because I like French toast. But the debate has always been waffles or pancakes. French toast is it's foreign. Special occasion. I don't think people count it because it's foreign.
But what if you're French?
I don't know.
I don't think French toast actually came from France. Kind of like the French fry didn't come from France.
What about the French kiss?
I can see them coming up with that. And dirty ass French people. We are never going to get a French viewer on this channel ever. Dude, I am looking for an interesting story.
Has anyone played Kingdoms of Amalur?
Oh, I saw that. That's getting remade. I'm super excited.
The Re-Reckoning.
Yeah, but when is the actual release date?
I don't think they have one. I think it's just announced.
I am down for that 100%. I like Kingdoms of Amalur. I know a lot of people thought it was really shallow, and I won't disagree. It was very kind of much of a very cookie cutter, shallow-esque story, but I thought it was fun.
Ooh, crepes!
It was a fun game.
Good.
Crepes are just slim pancakes. Here's the problem with crepes. Crepes aren't just slim pancakes because you don't ever see anybody just slather crepes with butter and syrup. No, they always put like fucking healthy shit in it, like roll some fruit in it and shit. No.
Yeah, but I mean, you can put fruit on a pancake. People do that.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can if you like put a whole bunch of jam or fucking syrup with it too. Nobody eats just bananas with their pancakes. I challenge you to find a person who takes a pancake and just rolls a banana, into it, and they eat it like a fucking burrito. Like
are
they do
you saying
crepes.
That's a problem with the crepe? Because that seems pretty awesome to
me. What? That it's healthy?
It's good. It doesn't matter if it's healthy or whatever. It's just good.
If I'm gonna indulge in something like if I'm gonna take the time to indulge in something like something decadent for breakfast, motherfucker, I'm gonna get the sugariest fucking most fattening. I would like half a stick of butter between each one of my pancakes.
Okay, fine. Let's just
agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, let's go back to French toast. Everyone loves French toast.
Crepes can be sweet or savory depending on the preparation.
Pancakes with apple slices. I've never had apples on a pancake.
I've had baked apples with a whole bunch of cinnamon and sugar put on them.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I just figured out the most ultimate sandwich. You take French toast, you put half a stick of butter between that, get like 7 or 8 pieces of bacon, put it on that, and then you slather a whole bunch of fucking maple syrup on there. Bam.
Okay, but I do have my family has an issue with high blood pressure, so
so you can't have the bacon?
I can have the bacon, but what you just described sounds like death.
Yes, but you'll die happy.
Sure. Kingdoms of Amalur. Remastered with stunning visuals and refined gameplay.
I am super excited about this.
Time to experience an epic RPG journey and all of its DLCs like never before. And that's all the news there is.
Yeah. I mean, it's just an announcement, so we'll see it in 3 or 4 years.
Oh my God.
Oh, did you guys know Twitch had a copy mode?
Did you know that Kurt Schilling was it's his company? The developers?
Who?
Kurt Schilling, the former MLB pitcher. For anybody who knows sports?
No, I don't know sports, man. Especially American sports. So he owns the company. He's been pushing for this remake. I mean, I know R.A. Salvatore did the. I think it was R.A. Salvatore did the.
Yeah, but his company isn't around anymore.
The writing for it. R.A. Salvatore's company's not around for anymore.
No. Oh no, we're talking about Christian. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't read the full thing. THQ acquired the rights to the game, developed by Kurt Schilling's development studio in 2018.
Yeah, because R.A. Salvatore was one of the people who helped, which is really surprising because if you've ever read any of R.A. Salvatore's books, they're really good. And the story for Kings of Amalur was okay. But he did all the writing and everything and helped design the characters and stuff. That's why I was so excited about it, because I'm a huge R.A. Salvatore fan as far as his writing. Let me see. The original game Yeah, and Todd McFarlane did the artwork. So it was like, oh, this is going to be amazing.
Really?
And it was okay.
Yeah. I remember seeing the game back in the day, and I was like, oh, this looks cool, but then I saw it and I was like, yeah, it looks okay.
See, Wikipedia is saying, and it's Wikipedia, but they're saying that the release date is August of 2020 for the remaster.
That seems too soon. They just announced it.
Yeah, but it's a remaster. It's not a remake. It's not a.
Well, they said like they were updating gameplay too, so that's more than a remaster. It says refined gameplay.
Yeah, but refined gameplay can mean anything to from just, hey, we're going to change it from this button to this button to, oh, we'll allow you to change the buttons. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm just saying, if they're just doing a basic remaster, it could be, and if they've been working on it for a little while, it could be, because they acquired the rights for it in 2018, so 2 years ago.
Yeah,
so they could have been working on it for a hot minute. I just
don't see a game being as okay as it is, getting a straight up remaster with no improvements. Because why? Like,
wow.
It wasn't a success before, so who wants a remaster if you're not going to
you're going to play to a specific audience. Like, most people don't,
how old
remember Medieval, the game. It's so old that most people don't remember it, but they remastered that, and it looks beautiful, and I loved it. But I don't know. I enjoy Kingdom Amalur. If THQ Nordic and the people behind it are passionate about it, I would play it on stream. Like, I've been thinking about playing it on stream, period, but I'm going to wait till it comes out and do the remaster.
Here's the stuff that happened to Kerbal Space Program 2. What is that? I don't know what that is.
Oh, I saw something. I didn't read the article. I saw it. Didn't 2K basically break up the company? I think I saw something about that. Where the game is now canceled and they broke up the company? Like, they scammed them out of their own shit. That was what the headline said. I didn't read it because I didn't have the time, but won't launch until fall 2021. But I heard 2K acquired them or did something, and they just basically broke up the company and changed who's there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull if I can't find the info on it. GameSpot. Yeah, Take-Two, not 2K. I'm sorry.
World of Warcraft Shadowlands reveal also delayed.
Take-Two canceled their contract and then tried to buy every single developer to destroy. That's what it was. Yeah. So they canceled their contract, and then said, okay, and to make sure you can't make your game, we're gonna basically buy out all of your developers, which was kind of a shitty ass move. But it's Take-Two. Not exactly known for being beacons of goodness.
Borderlands 3 update delayed. Call of Duty mobile update delayed. Even game updates are being delayed. Like, come on.
Yeah, man, it's well.
Fortnite season 3 delayed.
All right, everybody, get your tinfoil hats out. I'm gonna go there. Get your tinfoil hats out there.
Oh, I've been thinking.
I think the reason why, and this is completely conspiracy theory, so don't clip this out of context. But I think the reason why that all this shit is being delayed is because that there are people out there who support the idea of the riots, who are delaying things so people don't have a reason to stay home to enjoy other things. I think these big people in charge of these studios are delaying these things so they continue to happen. I think that's why. Tinfoil hats on and off. Whoa, what the hell is that?
What is that?
I don't know, but the music played right at... It started playing as I got a text, a fucking webpage open. It started playing as soon as the fucking thing ended.
That
was perfect timing.
Conspiracy notification music or something.
Apparently.
Man. I mean, you want to talk about conspiracy? I think 2020 as a whole is a fucking conspiracy.
Well, you know that the Mayans were dyslexic, so actually 2012 was supposed to be 2021. So we're just leading up to the end. Because you know the last season in every show has to be the most crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so. The riots are turning the frickin' frogs gay. That's right! God damn, my gay frogs are now beaten by my snakes, who are now so gay they're trying to curl up your butthole from your toilets.
Don't get game updates being delayed in protest. It's being done for money. Oh wow, that circles all the way back to our discussion before we started the show with Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
And Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel sucks. Fuck Vin Diesel.
But Vin Diesel. He's not the reason why the Fast and Furious stuff happens.
He is the only reason why Fast and Furious still even exists. He's the reason why Fast and Furious didn't die when Paul Walker died, as it should have.
No, because what they had Fast and Furious 1 and 2, and then 3 was Tokyo Drift.
That 3 was shit.
Yeah, but it allowed the franchise to keep going because people liked it.
It was shit.
It's only shit because you're Asian and you don't like how Asians portrayed in that movie.
No, the movie was just shit, and the freaking main character was shit. And they just completely told like a side story without any of the original characters, and it was just...
No, he showed up in the end.
Fuck him.
And then the guy that they killed off in that movie, they resurrected.
Vin is 1,000% the reason for Fast and Furious. Exactly. Yes.
Okay, but I like Vin Diesel because he's actually...
If anyone knew how to tell a good story and wrap up a story the right way, Fast and Furious would have ended with 7, which was Paul Walker's last one. That was the perfect way to end the franchise. But Vin Diesel and his greedy ass wanted to milk the franchise and milk Paul Walker's death for all the sentimental value, and I don't know.
You really think he was trying to milk his death? Dude, that's kind of dark.
No, I think he was.
But I liked Vin Diesel and other stuff, though. I liked him in Pitch Black and Chronicles of Riddick.
Whatever. Whatever.
Have you even seen those movies?
Pitch Black was fine. Riddick was fine. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know. I'm not saying he just can't make a good movie. But it's never going to be Fast and Furious.
Yes, that's exactly right, Obsidian. Fast and Furious is the Friday the 13th of action movies. It just won't die.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, hell, they're still making Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah.
It's like Jaws. You know? I don't know.
I mean... What do you mean, Pipes, they didn't resurrect Han? They did. Doesn't he come back in this new movie?
He does come back. He'll come back in a couple movies.
Well, he was supposed to come out in this next movie, but the movie's not coming out, so...
Yeah, we can talk about that, all the movies that got canceled.
Fast and Furious is going to go even further and become the Final Fantasy of movies.
Oh my god. Ban that man for even coming up with that idea. No. He died in 3, but the others all took place earlier in the timeline. Yeah, but I thought he was in the most recent one when they... I don't know. I haven't watched them all, so I guess I can't.
No, but I was talking about for the new movie that hasn't come out. The trailer showed Han come back.
Yeah, I thought Han was in that.
Yeah, he was in it. Because apparently when you blow up inside of a car, you can survive that.
Is he like at least all scarred and disfigured?
No.
No?
He's completely fine. Fast and Furious just loves to retcon. What? If they're gonna retcon his death, why not bring back his girlfriend? Like,
girlfriend died?
Doesn't she deserve to come back? Yeah, it was Gal Gadot. I don't remember her name in the movie, but it was Wonder Woman.
No. Vin only does good roles when he barely speaks. So it's like like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his early days.
It's true.
You're not here to talk. You're just here to be eye candy for the ladies.
That's a good point. It could be his twin brother because he wasn't actually named in the trailer. It was just he was just like, "Hey, what's up?" or whatever. I don't know.
Get to the chopper. Speaking of Arnold, I'm still pissed off that you had to pay for that to play that in Predator.
Look at fucking. Don't get me started on Groot. I can't believe he got paid whatever he got paid just to say one fucking line when anyone could have done that. Anyone could have fucking done that, and they had to, and they got Vin Diesel.
Well, okay, no. Vin Diesel was probably hounding them to be a superhero in a superhero movie, and they probably said, "Okay, let's give this guy this role where he only has one line, so he'll stop fucking calling us."
Oh yeah, he did say, he said, "We are Groot" once.
Yeah, so they probably said, you know what, let's just give him this one line. He'll stop calling us, and then we can use his name in the credits to get more people to come see our movie. Win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
He doesn't say shit.
Oh, but he's gonna be super jealous whenever The Rock does whatever he was supposed to do.
Oh, the Shazam movie?
Yeah.
Black Adam?
Black Adam, yeah, that's it.
If that ever comes out. The DC universe really isn't doing well.
Yeah. They need,
their movies,
they need to reboot it.
Yeah,
that needs a huge reboot.
They're being held afloat only by the Wonder Woman stuff. Hey,
did Wonder Woman come out? The second one?
Oh, the most recent one that was supposed to come out?
Yeah. It was like
no, there was Wonder Woman. Wasn't there the second one? This most was supposed to be the third one, isn't it?
No, there was Wonder Woman, and then there was a new one called like Wonder Woman, like I don't know.
Oh, the 80s one or whatever it was?
Yeah, 1980 something or something.
Yeah, that got delayed. It was supposed to be out. But see, big name fucking Hollywood companies don't really care about us as the consumers. So rather than, release it directly onto streaming services, no. We're going to just keep everything the way it is. You're not going to allow to be able to see new movies until the movie theaters open. But in reality, those movie theaters will never be able to open the same way that they were in the past. So what's going to happen is you're going to have to pay $50 per ticket and $40 per thing of popcorn to go see their movie. Because that's what they want.
Sure. Wait,
that was another tinfoil hat moment.
Henry Cavill is still Superman? Really?
Yes, they brought him. They're going to bring him back for that.
Are they bringing him back to continue the series or redo the series? Because he needs a redo.
I think the original.
He's good. He was good. He looked good for the role.
You don't think he acted well for it?
But the way he was portrayed in the movie was shit. So that's not Superman.
Well,
and I don't even like Superman.
Well, wait. Why, the way he was portrayed in like the Superman movies or in the Justice League movies?
Mainly in Batman versus Superman.
Well, yeah. The Batman versus Superman and Justice League really didn't portray Superman well. I think the original Superman movie where he fights General Zod, I think he was portrayed really well. I think he did
until he killed him for no fucking reason.
Yeah,
because apparently he had no choice. He had to break his neck. He couldn't just turn him away or something. I don't fucking.
I mean, couldn't he just put him into the? Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Put him in the dimension that like rotates in space or whatever.
Yeah. Movie theaters don't make profit from tickets, but from the sale of food.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't care. I didn't go to the movie theater but once a year, if that, as it was. So I mean, losing
Superman is terrible. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Honestly, I'm more excited about Henry Cavill being in the Warhammer 40K movie.
Is that an actual thing though, or is that just rumors?
Don't you do this to me?
Okay.
I heard information about it happening. There
you only went to the theaters for Marvel movies. That's pretty much how it has been for me for the past years. Pretty much.
Yeah, but I'm getting burnt out in Marvel stuff.
Well, they're giving you a break now because everything's delayed.
Yeah, but Mulan got delayed too.
How did Mulan fit into this?
Because it was supposed to be delayed. It was supposed to come out.
Yeah,
and it fits into this because it's a Disney-owned property, and Disney's going to end up owning everything eventually.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, it was supposed to be Henry Cavill's playing. Hold on, it was the Inquisitor.
Yeah, that's fake news. I already looked
Shut
it
up. Shut up. It's not fake news. It's real.
It's not even real.
It is real.
Well, if you're trying to find out, all the news on it is probably delayed.
Well, yes, it is probably delayed. Yeah, because he's supposed to play Inquisitor. God dang it.
So Mulan doesn't have Mushu or Make a Man Out of You, so hard pass. Is that movie supposed to have? I don't think it's gonna have any kind of music in there, or like music.
What?
The Mulan movie. I don't think they're gonna throw in any songs in there. It looks too serious of a movie. It still looks interesting to me. I mean, I like the more serious tone on it. It looks interesting, at least. I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing, though. People love the Disney Mulan movie, not because it told the story of Mulan so much, but because it was, a Disney movie, a Disney animated movie, and it had that comedy and everything mixed in it.
Well,
I mean, if you
yeah, I mean, I love the movie too. Like, I love Mulan. That's one of my favorite Disney movies. But I'm just saying, this new one, it still looks interesting. I'm not saying it's going to be the same or it's going to be good, but it looks interesting. I'm interested. No Mushu, Riot. Oh god, don't start. Don't start. Now the Asians are gonna riot.
Asians were already rioting in Hong Kong.
Okay, fine. But Asians in America were always chill.
Like, well, I mean, yeah, look at you. You're like the perfect representation of them.
Asians in America just stayed out of everything. But like now, this Mulan thing.
That's because the last time they got into something during World War II, we put them in camps.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know why? Do you know why Asians stay out of shit? Because we're good at math. We understand numbers. We know that we're outnumbered here.
Then bam, roof Koreans. Oh man, it's true.
Racist.
Racist? Not
racist.
Really. You know what? There was a whole bunch of stuff about this movie being made. Now it just all disappeared.
Yeah, because it's delayed.
That's probably. Anyway, I want to see a good Warhammer 40k movie. Just saying. And you know what? Let's talk about that for a second.
What?
Not Warhammer in general, because you guys know I can get on a tangent on that stuff. But like, aren't you tired of seeing the same old franchises over and over and over again?
Like Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, Star Wars, even Star Trek. As a person for I'm a huge Trekkie. I'm sick and tired of seeing them just be rebooted over and over and over again. Why in the hell, especially with today's technology, aren't we exploring other franchises? Why are we seeing stuff written by R.A. Salvatore, some of his books turned into movies? Margaret Wise and Tracy Hickman's books turned into movies. Christopher Rowley's books turned into movies. Like, there are so many different authors and things they can explore. 40K that they can explore to make into movies that are these deep universes. Why the hell are we not doing that? Why are we just fucking beating the same dead horses? Like Terminator. Just let Terminator die. I love Terminator. I do, but you're just dragging it through the mud at this point. You know, because it's going to get to the point eventually we're going to have Arnold playing the Terminator with a fucking cane or a walker.
So I haven't I haven't watched the last Terminator I watched was 3. Is there an explanation for why the Arnold Terminator ages?
Well, it's biological living tissue on top of a cybernetic body. So in theory, it would age. I mean, I would assume.
So he actually has living parts? I thought he was straight up robot with
No. He has living parts. It's like a layer of like 2 or 3 inches that's like living tissue. Think of like just like the skin and the epidermis and all that stuff.
So he's a cyborg. He's not an android, he's a cyborg.
Yes.
Okay.
Sort of.
He's a robot in human skin. That would make him an android.
So he's an android. I mean, but it's living tissue.
Yeah, if it's living, then that would make him a cyborg. So that's what I've always been confused about. The outer layer is living tissue. He had to have living tissue to be able to use the time machine. Okay, fine. I'll take that. I don't care too much about it. It was just weird to me seeing an old D2 or
whatever. I love Arnold, but let Arnold play movies that are appropriate to his age at this point. Arnold doesn't need to be being the Terminator. Arnold needs to be this. See, these are franchises that we need to revisit because we haven't touched them for more than like 30 years. Let us hear the story of Conan the King. Like, no shit, don't reboot it, because at the end of Conan the Destroyer, you got this one, then he became a king and blah, 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 blah. But that's a tale for another time. Let me see Conan the King.
Can we get a follow-up story of the kindergarten cop?
Well, no.
No? Okay, never mind.
No.
Never mind.
No. But I want to see, even everybody else, like, now is, I want to see that. I want to see Conan the King. He'd be perfect. He's like the proper age. They could probably introduce someone. I thought there was a script floating around out there where they were actually working on it. Where what happened in the
Conan is pretty sexist.
What?
I don't think that would work.
Conan is sexist for the modern age.
If they redid Conan would be a woman.
I'm sorry. How is Conan sexist?
Conet.
I'm really confused. How is Conan sexist?
Because I don't know.
I'm really confused on this. But anyway, yeah, so the plot for the one that's supposed to come out was Conan was the king, and he was so sick and tired of being the king, he left the kingdom, and his son just basically fucked everything up and became a tyrant. He's supposed to come back and basically fuck his son up and be like, you don't know anything about ruling or anything like that. So I think it'd have been a really cool thing to see, Conan the King come back and, age and treachery outdo youth and skill type thing. But
Conan is the definition of toxic masculinity. There's a tongue twister.
Tell me how to market that nowadays without the mean to rip me apart. How is Conan the definition of toxic masculinity?
Because he's a man's man.
Like, I shit you not, when people say stuff like that, it literally triggers me a little bit, because I'm like, so what you're saying is being a strong man is being toxic? Having a strong male role model who's masculine is toxic?
Men being men is toxic. There
bro,
we go.
You've got the bro. You've got the bro at the end. You know what?
Bro's gonna bro.
Everybody who legitimately feels like that can shove that feeling right up their ass. I'm sorry. I like Hold on. All right, well, hold on. Let me make sure I say this right.
Half-naked muscle hunk with a sword who kills people and half-naked women around him. Just like He-Man. I was just gonna bring up He-Man.
Mr. Soul Creek, stop killing my childhood! Look, it triggers me. You know what? I enjoy having a strong male masculine role model on, not just role model, but character on the film. I'm not saying every film needs to have one. I like movies with strong female leads in them. You know, you look at Kill Bill. She was fucking badass. She was scary. Fuck yeah, I love those movies. What was the chick that was Red Sonja? Fucking cool ass movie. Badass leader. Badass female lead. Like, there's all sorts of fucking great movies out there that have female leads, and I'm all for them. But there's no reason why you can't have a masculine male lead. I don't get how that's toxic.
So you're saying everyone should be equal?
Yes, everyone should be equal. But you can have your female movies and your male movies, and be still good.
The problem is that as Soul Creek says, SJWs, they don't believe in equality.
Yeah, that's something my dad and I talked about this past weekend.
The double standard with everything.
Yeah, that's something my dad and I were talking about this weekend. We were going to the Lowe's to get the lumber I needed for the chicken coop, and I was like, yeah, but their process for equality. My dad looked at me and was like, but they don't want equality. What they want is to step up on everybody else because they feel that they've been wronged and they need to have that position of power over everybody else now. Yeah. Or that position that step over everybody else. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not true equality. He's like, I know. But that's not what they want. And I was like, well, that's dumb. I mean, I kind of already knew that, but I was like, you know what, that's still dumb. You know, you can't protest or demand equality, whether it's in movies or in boardrooms or just on the street dealing with officers. You can't protest for equality and then say something like, well, but we need to have more stuff than you because, you know, we were unequal for so long. Like, no, that's not how this works.
Strong female leads that aren't a Mary Sue character trope like last 3 Star Wars movies with Rey.
Yeah,
she was.
Why can't we, like, aren't there are stories out there with strong female characters as the leads? You know, why I don't, like, you know, pick up any half a dozen fucking fantasy novels out there is going to have a strong female lead that you could follow. I don't understand why it has to be, and I don't understand why it has to be one or the other. Why can't you have a strong male and a strong female in the same movie? I mean, is the world going to implode if that happens?
Yes.
You know?
Can't share it. One or the other.
I don't understand that shit, man.
There's a thought for movie makers or who, I don't know, comic writers. Where's a male-female duo?
What do you mean, like a team?
Yeah.
Well, there's the Wonder Twins.
Yeah, fuck them. They don't count.
But that was the thing, though. They were, you know, Wonder Twin powers activated. And if you think about it, the female had the much better transformations. She always turned into, like, you know, a tiger or a dinosaur. He always turned into like a puddle of water or a sheet of ice or something.
Ant-Man and Wasp is a good one.
There you go, Ant-Man and Wasp. Look at the actions of the person, not the gender. Well, I agree, Mr. Soul Creek. Well, it's just you know what? Here, I'm gonna say this too. You know how you solve racism and sexism in the world? I'm gonna tell you right now. Anytime anybody asks a question for an official in the official avenues, i.e., applying for a job, school, financial assistance, anything. it should be illegal on that application to ask what their gender is or what their race is. Bam, boom, mind blown. Make it illegal to do that. Then you won't have racism because nobody will fucking know because everybody on paper will look exactly the fucking same. Bam, done.
Just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been my standpoint. Just stop talking about it.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. The only time those two things matter, I'm going to tell you, the only time those two things matter is in the medical field. Because certain races are more susceptible to certain diseases, and certain genders are, well, obviously, genders have different needs, you know? You're not going to, prescribe to, I don't know, you're not going to prescribe Viagra to a woman. Well, I mean, guess nowadays you could with transgenders, but
why
we're not we're not opening that can of worms.
Isn't that sexist on Viagra's part to not?
Oh my god!
Shut up!
But tax purposes, bro. Well, you know what? Should be illegal. It shouldn't matter. You will stop calling me black man. I will stop calling you white man. Morgan Freeman. I agree. Yeah. Okay. So Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan movies had females who fought alongside his character. Well, I know, but AD's right though. They probably would tear it apart. They probably wouldn't let it happen because or they would change. This is what I think the social justice warriors would do if they got a hold of it. They would change Conan from having a son to him having a daughter. I don't have a problem with that. That's cool. But then they would make Conan as the evil, toxic, masculine man become the villain, and his daughter would have to become the savior to show her father the error of his ways. That's how they would do it.
And the secondary character, like the daughter would have like a partner who would be a black man.
Yep. That's how they would destroy it. They would make Conan the villain. But, I mean, I honestly, whatever. But that's what my point is. Though we're seeing the same shit over with all the options out there for different. There's so many books out there that could be given movie rights and to be made into movies. Why are we not exploring these? Like, why? I mean, it's not like these studios is lacking in money. It's not like, Disney or fucking WB or any of these other studios can't make, take a financial risk and make a movie and afford to have a flop or two. Because here's the reality, all these movies that they're making fucking movies off the existing franchises are flopping also. So why not just go out there and try something new? I don't get it.
Because people are scared.
Yeah, but they're flopping on the existing franchises. They're not making money. Like the Terminator movie was a complete fucking disaster.
Because they're scared.
Do I need to bring up the Ghostbusters remake?
It's not.
Exactly. Complete fucking disaster. They're taking these older franchises and just totally screwing them up. So why not just try something new? At least then I could go to the movie, even if it's a total fucking disaster movie. At least then I could say I saw something different on the silver screen.
SJW movement ruining She-Ra in the current cartoon. Wait, there's a new cartoon series?
Yeah, they made She-Ra into nothing, I think. I didn't watch it. All I know is that people are talking about it and they're saying like She-Ra's not a woman anymore, or she's not a feminine looking woman. I don't remember. I didn't watch it. The world of Conan was created before Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Oh, I know. My point is though, it's like I said, it's like you said earlier, Obsidian. Like even if you wanted to explore new franchise, the same franchise, there are so many books, spin-offs that you could explore. Like, why hasn't the Han Solo trilogy been done for Star Wars? Instead of having all this fucking focus on space wizards the entire time, like the Han Solo trilogy was literally just about him being a what the hell is the word? A smuggler, and how he was at one point in the, in the Imperial Academy, and you get the whole thing. And then they went and made Han Solo the movie, and totally just said, "No, fuck all that. We're not doing that." Like,
yeah, I think that was their kind of
their
trial
attempt.
run at seeing if that would work, and it didn't work.
Yeah, but they didn't do it right, though. They didn't follow the actual existing content out there.
Because they were scared. They're too scared to go off that far off of the norm for Star Wars.
But that's what people want. They want something different. Even
they
the alien
what people
stuff.
Want. They don't care what people want. Look at the entire new trilogy that just happened. They tried to go hard into what they thought everyone wanted, and it just ruined everything.
I that's the thing though. I want to. I don't understand. I guess I really don't understand how they cannot see what people want. Let's just take Star Wars. Let's take a sliver of nerd culture. Look at Star Wars. The first 3 movies made did amazing. It was an opera of sorts. Then they made the prequels. Didn't do so hot, but we're okay. Everybody hate Misa Jar 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 Binks. Okay, everybody hated him. So much so that there are fan theories about him being like, the actual Sith Lord. Okay? But, we all knew what the outcome was going to be because it was a prequel. We knew that Anakin was going to become Darth Vader. So we just got that story. Okay? Then we got things like what was that Star Wars movie where it told the story of the people who... Huh?
Rogue One.
Yeah. People... Critically acclaimed. An amazing movie. Everybody loved it. Why? And it had a strong female lead. Why was it good? Because it told the story of Star Wars without too much intervention of crazy space wizards. It was just the grit, grassroots level of this is the fight that the regular people are doing.
Jar Jar was better than Rey.
I mean,
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. Rogue One is more legit, and many hail as the best Star Wars feature film to date.
Really?
People loved it or hated it. Well, but that's the thing, though. It at least gave a different perspective. He didn't have space wizards running around. I want to see more of that. Or I want to see, like, give me one or the other. I want to see either more no space wizards and just focus on the galaxy. I mean, how much do you really know about the Star Wars galaxy from watching the movies? How much do you actually know about, quote unquote, the world that they're in?
See, that's why that's one of my biggest problems with this latest trilogy was that the focus on the space wizards, as you say, was all on one family of space wizards. Like, why can't everybody be that? What I think everyone really wants is Revan.
Yes.
And the Old Republic.
Yes. You know why they want that? Because people are tired of seeing, the one family or the Jedi have fallen. People want to see the Jedi in their prime.
Yeah, when everybody was a fucking Jedi. Not when there was just one last remaining Jedi.
And people want to see the Sith in their prime.
Yeah.
People want to see fucking, not just, a couple, like one Jedi versus one Sith, or maybe 2 Jedi versus 1 Sith. People want to see, like, 50 Jedi battling it out with, like, 50 Sith.
Like,
that's what people want.
Battlefield of rainbows.
Oh, yeah. Except for the one purple lightsaber, because only one person can have purple. But it's funny because Rogue One, Vader's attacks on Leia's ship was legitimate. Yeah. Disney is creating the new movies, meaning they have a council board and will ask, what is remarkable about Star Wars, laser swords, and Jedi, and plus Skywalkers? I don't want to hear the name Skywalker in another Star Wars movie ever again.
Fuck Skywalker and Palpatine. They like.
I never want to hear those names, or even Vader.
Yeah.
Never. I don't want to hear it.
Like this whole timeline from 1 to 9, that can be the end of present day Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Let's go back and tell everything in the past because that's more interesting.
Yeah, how about a trilogy following Yoda from Padawan to Master? I'd watch the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
I want to see a young, reckless Yoda. I'd be down for that in a heartbeat. Yoda would span over 600 years. I'm okay with this.
200 years per movie.
Yes, or not even that. Like, show him as a young, and then show it a couple hundred years later as he's a knight, and then a couple hundred years later as a master. Or you don't even need to show him as a master because you see him as a master in the other stuff. But I mean, I want to see a young, reckless Yoda. It's bullshit. Rey denies her family name. Fuck what her parents did. I don't know. They need to go back and show Jedi and Sith in their primes.
The only cool thing that came out of that new trilogy was the very end when we finally saw a yellow lightsaber. That was the only thing that got me excited. It was like,
but they didn't even do anything with that though.
They didn't, but it was just cool because it's never happened in a movie.
Yeah, but they didn't like it was supposed to represent something, but they didn't do anything with it. It was just like everybody was really super excited about the idea of the gray Jedi and everything. They didn't do anything with that either.
Well, yeah, that's what I've said before was the cool thing that came out of The Last Jedi for everybody, for all the things people hated about it. The cool thing about Last Jedi was that it set up something potentially cool. Mm-hmm. But then in Rise of Skywalker, they did a hard fucking turn back into the safe zone, and it was stupid.
Yeah, like I would have loved to have seen them do the Great Jedi thing and explored that aspect. It would have been really neat, but they didn't. Like you said, they went back to the safe zone. It's I don't know. I'm as a consumer, and maybe I'm just the weirdo out in the reeds, but in left field or however you want to look at it. But I really think, me personally, and I think the rest of the consumer community are tired of the safe zone. We want something new.
Well, I think as long as Star Wars is Disney, it's gonna stay safe.
That's probably true. It's very, very much probably true. Why is Ghost Yoda in a new trilogy acts like crazy Yoda when all this was just on? I don't know. Maybe Yoda was most preferred. Let's get bold. Like The Mandalorian did. You know what? Yeah. I want to see more stuff like in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I want to see more stuff like The Mandalorian. That's what we need. It's same with Star Trek. Stop trying. I love Jean-Luc Picard. He's the captain I grew up with Star Trek. You didn't need to bring him back.
Yeah, so what is that new series supposed to be about? Is that
social justice?
Was it?
It's social justice. They literally made a Star Trek where they destroyed what and I've watched some of the episodes via not the right way, pirate yarg. I'm not gonna, because I'm not paying for it. I refuse to pay for it, because what they've done is they've taken the character of Jean-Luc Picard and turned him into this just sniveling old man who just, basically, I'm angry, so I'm quitting the Federation. They turned the Federation into this racist, evil thing that it was never, ever represented as in the original series or even in the remakes. And then they turned it into this whole social justice, rights for all, even, the fake humans, and Borg, and the people came from Borg. So it just turned into this just social. And then they didn't even make it Star Trek.
Wait, when did somebody say anything about Boba Fett?
I don't know. And they didn't even make it Star Trek because they have like this quote unquote ragtag crew who doesn't care about anything, that they just keep inserting oh, well, now these two are lesbians, ideas into it. And even the ship looks stupid. like I'm sorry, they tried to create the Firefly formula in the Star Trek universe and basically failed epically. It was so bad. Absolutely so bad. I won't watch any more of it. I won't. And I don't think anybody can convince me otherwise. And it kills my love of what they had for the original Next Generation, because they have these really cool moments. This moment where Jean-Luc goes and sees Riker, and him and Counselor Troy are together, and they're living together on, one of their children died because of it, so they don't want anything to do with the Federation anymore. You get this closure with Data. You get all these cool moments that I feel like weren't even put there for anything other than just these nostalgic moments for fans of the universe. The reason why the Next Generation worked, I'm explaining this very clearly for any morons out there who want to try to continue this whole Picard idea. The reason why the Next Generation worked is because they made a next generation and based the shows in tune with what those generation did. That's why the original Star Trek worked, because it was made for that generation of people. Next Generation worked because of that generation. Okay, you want to do a Star Trek show right? You make the next generation with a new crew, new characters, so people can fall in love with those, so young people can fall in love with those characters. Okay, that's how you do it. And then you can make spin-offs off of that. Voyager did well.
But isn't that kind of what the new Star Wars was marketed towards, was this new generation of people? So, the older generation is kind of shouldn't really hate it that much, or should just not care.
But they didn't. They didn't do that. They said that here's this next generation of people, but then they still had the old generation still interfering, and it was like we were looking for the old generation so we could be that generation again. No, the next generation of Star Trek, literally, you don't hear them talk about, out of 200 plus episodes, you hear them talk about Kirk or the original generation stuff once or twice. You get a cameo in the very first episode by the guy who played McCoy, something Frost, I forget his name. His last name's Frost. You get a cameo by the guy who played Scotty in one episode because he got stuck in some time loop when he was captaining his own ship at one point. And you get a cameo from Leonard Nimoy, and I think that's it. You get little hints of them talk about Kirk here and there because of what he did with the previous Enterprise, but that's it. This generation was a standalone thing. If they would have done a standalone generation without Luke, without Han, or Chewie, or Leia, or anybody else involved with them, it probably would have been better.
Yeah, I can see what you mean by that, because it felt like it was supposed to be, or as far as Star Wars, it felt like it was supposed to be like a new generation, but they still wanted to appeal to the older generation at the same time. So they're trying to play both sides, and I think that's where they failed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they should have just gone, if they wanted to do a whole new generation to appeal to the next generation of Star Wars fans, they probably would have done better, and they probably would have gotten the original Star Wars fans more on board with it to begin with.
Yeah, maybe don't tie everything to the fucking Palpatines and Skywalkers.
Yeah.
Fucking Palpatine was behind everything. Palpatine was responsible for all 9 of these movies, and that's the thing that just...
The first episode of The Next Generation had the Doctor for Enterprise. From Enterprise? No, not from Enterprise. From the original Star Trek series. When they're walking around and they're doing the tour of the ship, the old dude that's talking to them, that they're walking around, is God, what is his name? Something Frost. The guy who played Dr. McCoy in the original Enterprise. They're not Enterprise, the original. The guy who played Dr. McCoy, who was the doctor on the Enterprise from the original series. Bones. Yes. His name, Bones in the show, but his name, his actor name is something Frost. I forget. Is it Jim Frost? Somebody put Jim Frost on there. I don't know if that's true. I don't think that's right.
We need to move on because I'm getting lost on the Star Trek.
Sorry. Or they asked, but yes.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying, wrap it up. Because the longer we go, the longer I'm just going to sit here with nothing to say. So, get what you need to get out.
Yeah, what was his name? I just want to know what his name was. I forget. Alias Bones. McCoy. Oh, DeFrost Kelly. That's what it was. Okay, yeah, DeFrost Kelly. That's what it is.
Wait, his first name was DeFrost?
Yes, his first name was DeFrost, and last name was Kelly.
So his first name was Defrost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the guy who was getting the tour was Bones. Yes, and it was actually the same actor who it was DeFrost Kelly, from what I understand, who was doing it. If I remember correctly, because he died in like 1991, so he was there for the first episode or two. You know what kills me, and this is just kind of funny. William Shatner is probably one of the most unhealthy people on the face of the planet. He's outliving all of these people.
Mm.
I don't get it. I think it's kind of funny. But alright, let's what else do you want to talk about? We talked about how Star Wars sucks because they didn't follow the Next Generation formula. Talked about Next Generation.
You've seen the Rise of Skywalker, right? Because I know last time we talked about it, you hadn't seen it yet. But
I think I put it on and fell asleep during it.
Okay. That's fine.
But I have seen pieces of it. It was just, you know what? The Rise of Skywalker was just... I think it suffered from the same thing that I said that Picard suffered from. It had cool moments, but the overall structure of the movie was just, why?
Yeah. Space wizards keep him alive to keep the monster out of our world. Wait, what are we talking about? Is this still? This is still Star Trek. Okay, never mind.
What?
I'm assuming it's still Star Trek. I don't know.
That's not a Star Trek thing.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a very out of context thing.
Either way, we just need more. Like if you had, well, we talked about this last time. Like what movie would you want to see made? Well, we just said video game, but like literally, if you could talk about any franchise. But that's the thing, though. We could say any franchise. Like, I don't know how they would do it, but there's a part of me that they're supposedly making this 40K movie. There's a part of me that thinks they're going to fuck this up.
No, they're going to fuck it up.
They're going to make this about race and feminism, and none of that exists in the 40K universe, but they're going to make it that way.
Like, they fuck up anything that has, like, a serious tone to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they end up taking it too seriously. And that's why, like we've said before, that's why Sonic works, because they don't take it seriously.
Yeah. I mean, but how do you take like Sonic was easy not to take seriously because it's Sonic.
Yeah.
But how do you not take
Warhammer seriously?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Like it's dark and gritty and there is only war and it's I don't know how you
it's like what you just said. They're gonna take it seriously, but they're also gonna add in their own political message. Yeah. Because it's a war movie, so that's a perfect time to throw in politics, right?
No.
Yes.
That's and that's the thing. I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand. When you make a video game or you make a movie or anything, as consumers of the product, I want to consume this product to get away from all the fucking bullshit political what the fuck is going on in the world going on. I don't want it inserted into my stuff. You know, Star Trek, Star Wars is supposed to be in the future where we don't care about that stuff anymore. You know, these fantastical worlds are supposed to be fantastical worlds. Why do we need to talk about gay rights or gay people or anything in a fantasy world that has no connection to the real world? We could just there it is. It's there.
Because how else would directors get their message out? They're just using all of this media as their own personal platform to get their message out.
Yeah, you said exactly what Mr. Soulcreeper just said. Nerd culture got invaded by normies and casuals, got twisted to their knees because they are the majority now. Nerd culture alienates the nerds who invented it. I think that's really kind of what has happened. No Nerdy Farmer, we need a Monopoly game for girls that give girls more money. You laugh, but that's a thing, AD. Have you not seen that?
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Google it. I actually saw it first person in our Walmart.
Is it actually just Monopoly for girls?
It's Miss Monopoly, I think it's called. It bombed hard because it was like it basically taught girls should get more money than men type thing.
Miss Monopoly. What was so masculine about Monopoly?
See that? There you go. That's how you get the. There we go. We got the energy out of AD now.
It was Monopoly. What was so masculine about Monopoly, other than the fucking mascot or whatever being a man?
I don't know. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense.
It's not like the figures that you chose to play as were male.
Yeah, they weren't even fucking. They were like it was like a thimble and a dog.
Yeah. Was the dog a male? Is that
no?
Okay.
You couldn't tell. He wasn't. He was fixed. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's the thing.
The hat and the car. Oh yeah. Okay, I see. The car is masculine because women can't drive.
Yeah, so girls can't win the game without giving them more by twisting the rules. So they can't win against men. It's what the game needs it. Yeah, fuck that. It was Monopoly. Dude, Monopoly was already fucking stressful enough when you played with the family, let alone making it even more stressful with Miss Monopoly. You know how many fucking times in my family Monopoly boards got flipped over because people were just done with people being assholes to each other? Now you got Miss Monopoly? Fuck that! Oh my goodness! But yeah, that was the thing. Like it bombed real hard though. People saw exactly what it was trying to do. I can't believe that they even made it. You know,
women should not be responsible for money.
That what? Let me be clear. My wife is responsible for all of her money.
Whatever.
Because if she wasn't, Skynet would be 3 times the size of this, and we'd all be eating ketchup packets for the rest of the month. I mean, let's be realistic. I don't know, man. It's just everything. But I think Mr. Soulcreek kind of like. But here's the thing, though. I don't want to call them normies. Like I think nerd culture. The best part about nerd culture, it's so accepting. Anybody could be a nerd. But I think what happened Not so much as, they took that idea, anybody could be a nerd, and said, okay, so I could change everything so it fits me.
Yeah.
The whole point of go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say it's like I want to be a nerd too, but only if this nerd stuff is stuff that I like.
Right. Like it when you and I grew up, you didn't change the rules of the game to fit what you liked. You found things that you liked and you didn't expect them to change for you. Nerd culture appealed to me because it was an escape and I liked dragons and that's what pulled me into it, initially. I didn't try to change the dragons to be more appealing to me. I just explored the idea of dragons and found ones that I liked. Nowadays, everybody wants to change the stuff to be a representative of them, and it destroys what is actually there. So I hate it, because it is invading. I don't want to say invading, but they're manipulating. Because invading sounds like we don't want people in nerd culture, whether it's Dungeons and Dragons, video games, or movies or whatever. No, we do. More the merrier. And I think, anybody will agree with that, including AD. I think we all would agree that more people means more ideas, means more things will be in our community and more people to play stuff with and everything. However, it's the manipulation of it for your political means and manipulation to spread your political message that's destroying it. Like Star Wars, like Star Trek, like The Last of Us. Yes, but that's what's going to happen. Like it's all going to turn into, they manipulate it to spread their viewpoint instead of understanding and being part of what the existing culture is.
Let's see, right message, wrong venue.
Back to what we said here. Right message, wrong venue. Yeah. Nerd/geek culture allowed people to be what they wanted to be without judgment. That is like one of the best ways to put it.
Yeah. But now all of these, as we said, normies come in and they want to be a part of nerd culture, but at the same time they're kind of judging us by trying to change shit to be more appealing
PC.
Or more PC or cooler in their eyes.
It's just like an article I read. Now they're trying to get rid of orcs because orcs are racist.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not joking. I am not joking. There's a movement for them to remove orcs from fantasy settings like Dungeons and Dragons because orcs are racist.
Okay.
Just Google orcs are racist and you'll get some fucking stuff that comes up. I can guarantee it. See if I can pull up like an article or two. Let's see. The dark face of racism examined by Tolkien's world. So Tolkien was actually making it so that all the black people were represented as orcs and they had to kill them. Orcs are problematic and racist, says Twitter. Why orcs are problematic in Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, these are all these people who think orcs are racist.
Modern superheroes and games have made nerd culture cool. Yeah.
Like this one here was written. This one here is written last month. Why orcs are problematic in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, like people can just be a fan of all the Marvel movies and shit and suddenly think that they're nerds now. Because they like all these cool movies and shit.
What is that? What is that quote that people keep bending? Like, where it's like, the Bane quote, where he's like, it's like,
oh yeah,
you merely adopted these ways. I grew into this.
You think darkness is your friend. You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it.
Yeah, yeah. So you merely adopted nerd culture. I was born into it. Oh my goodness.
Do you think Doc's your ally? That's what it is.
Oh my goodness.
You know, that makes me think. Like that's the thing that really pisses me off about like Game of Thrones fans is because like if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you're pretty much a nerd for Game of Thrones, right? But Game of Thrones fans like to think that they're so cool because this nerdy thing that they like is different because it's got sex and violence and all this like dark shit that's not really part of typical nerd stuff. So like they're nerds, but they're cool nerds, and like all their shit is cooler. Like Game of Thrones is cooler than Marvel. Like this episode was cooler than that Marvel movie. Like nerds, you don't see nerds going around saying like, "Oh, that new Avengers movie was so much better than all this shit." Like we keep to ourselves.
I mean, if you really want to get to a dick measuring contest, I can guarantee you Magic the Gathering card game has made way more money over its existence than Game of Thrones has ever made or will ever make.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And those are just pieces of cardboard with some pictures on them.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be realistic. But that's one of those things, like you said, the normies invading nerd culture, and I hate using that because I that's the great thing about nerd culture. Everybody can be whatever they want, and nobody judged them. But they really are. They're manipulating it. They're changing it.
Are we buffering for anybody? It's buffering on my end.
I'm not getting a buffer. I'm good.
Okay. It is like constantly buffering, like every few seconds.
What time is it there? What time is it there? Same time. Yeah, it's a Sunday morning. People are just now either A, they're getting on because they're not going to church, or B, they're going to church and a lot of the churches are still doing digital stuff. So, they could be not actually.
We are the nerd church.
We invited everyone, but the people who entered are driving us out. Yeah, that's really what it is, Mr. Slow Creek, and it bugs me. Like, because what's going to happen eventually is people like AD and I, who grew up as nerds, they're going to change the culture to what it is now. Where now, if you're an older representative or even just an older person in politics or person who votes, for that matter, they'll give you degrading names like boomer, and they'll say that you're the problem with the community. So eventually AD and I will be the problem for the community. We're the old guard that they're going to try to force out because they want to change everything to represent them. And it's going to suck. That's what's going to happen. And it's not to say that it's not cool it's not saying that I don't like new ideas, but Nick, really? Let's take orcs out of Dungeons and Dragons because they're racist? I mean, what? You could, if you're an orc in Dungeons and Dragons, you can be anything. An orc can be anything.
Internet 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah. Let's create our own internet. Let's create our own streaming site.
And all right. We can do that. Thing. You just come up with a couple $1 billion we need for it, but I'm down.
If everybody just pitches in, we could get it done.
We'll just call it, nah. The Nerd Farm and AD combines was nah. No. Nah, man. I don't know. The world we live in nowadays, man, it's nuts. And if you don't take a side, both sides hate you. And if you take a side, you're guaranteed half the people hate you. It's just like when all of this stuff started happening. And I'm going to say this. It's probably controversial. It's all the stuff for the riots and the reason for the riots happened. All of these big game companies and not just video games, by the way, tabletop game companies, all came out with these statements, and we stand by blah, 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 blah. Do you really think they give a damn? They did that because they saw a huge audience of people that they wanted to appeal to, and they wanted to get kudo points for it. So they are virtue signaling to hopefully make some money. They don't. They don't give a flying fuck. And all that does is bring individuals to the community who thinks that the community is going to change for them, and if it doesn't change for them, they're going to pitch a fit. So stuff like that creates more Anita Sarkeesians. That's what it does. All right, and it bugs me. It bugs me. Stop it. You hear me? You normies and you game companies, stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Just make nerd stuff.
It's like that Michael Jordan meme. Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah. Like, God, it just drives me nuts. Yep, starting to feel outcast from the culture I was able to call home because it's getting to, I know. But what you gonna do? I don't know if there's anything. I mean, AD, is there anything really we can do? I mean, you fight the good fight, but I mean, at this point, we're outnumbered.
Not enough people to fight. We are the 300.
Well, and that's the thing, though. There's not enough people to fight because either A, we're outnumbered. There's more of them anyway. B, people come to nerd culture to escape their world, so they don't want to deal with fighting. Or C, let's be realistic. A lot of nerds in general, we just they aren't confrontational people. That they aren't. They're not social. They're really socially awkward.
Most nerds play the pacifist route.
Yeah. So let's be realistic. It's not like, nerd culture's full of, super masculine, or he's super, strong female, or if you say feminine, if you say somebody's super feminine, do you think like of a strong female, or do you think somebody who's super pacifist?
No, that's another problem with all this shit.
But you know what I mean? Like, but you get like a super strong people. It's not like that's who nerds are. I mean, there's some of them.
There aren't any Conans in the nerd community.
No, there's some.
There are not enough Conans.
There you go. I think that's the thing. And since there's so few of them, the ones that stand up are easily painted as, toxic masculine or chauvinist or racist by the masses, and they're silenced. That's what happens. And realistically, this happens in like, if you look at what's happening in nerd culture now, is literally a small slice of what's happening to the world in general, I think. Voipov will debate you to death when pushed. That is true. You say that you go to a nerd and you're like, talk to me about politics or fight me and stuff, and they're just like, yeah. But if you go to a nerd place and say, Star Trek is better than Star Wars, and there's nothing you can say to change my mind, you'll have like 6 individuals sit at you and be like in your face, explain to you why it's not. Like, you just have to get nerds focused on the right thing. The year 2020, a small server, and the last corner of the internet is still holding out against the normies, thanks to the old nerdy ideals. Oh, man.
Oh, God. That's our movie title. The Old Nerds.
Yeah.
Like the Old Republic.
No country for... no game store for all the old nerds. Oh, man.
Nerd Wars. The Old Nerds.
Nerd Wars. They made a TV show called that, Nerd Wars, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And it was awful. It wasn't even nerdy stuff. They questioned people and stuff, and was like, if you're a nerd, you obviously are good at math. That's not a thing.
Yeah. See, yeah, there's another example of people not understanding nerd culture.
Yeah, they'll say something like, well, if you're a nerd, you obviously know how to build a computer. That's also not a thing. You could be a nerd and never touch a piece of never touch an electronic device your entire life and be a nerd.
Yeah, the problem is there's so many different types of nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got gaming nerds, you got anime nerds, the comic book nerds,
tabletop
computer nerds, tabletop
card nerds. Like, you name it. You got nerds who just read books.
Game of Thrones nerds who don't believe they're nerds.
Yeah. Dude, every comic shops aren't what they used to. Really? All this anime crap invading sections of the shelves. I don't hate anime, but keep it out of my game shop. AD, you gonna take this one?
I mean, if you don't like anime, you don't like anime.
Well, but was there ever really a shop just for anime? Is there an anime shop?
I've seen some. Yeah, there's one shop nearby called Anime Pop or something. I've never been. I don't go into those types of places, so I wouldn't know what's in there. But
you're joking, right? Like, I thought you guys had to go there once every 6 months to recharge your batteries.
Yeah, I don't go out in general. Oh, okay. That's just the thing. Yeah. So.
Okay. Yes, that's a stereotype, guys. I'm making fun of AD. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with I consider anime like manga.
You like it, but can't stand the weeb culture. See, even within nerd community, there are nerds that hate other nerds.
Yeah, there are definitely nerds that hate other nerds in nerd community. Absolutely. Or I mean, even nerds within the same community hate each other. Look at the Xbox fanboys with the PlayStation fanboys.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they're able to change our stuff so easily. As nerds, we're not necessarily united.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the nerdy farm.
Well, I love you. Running constantly on emergency energy mode. Hey, man, I'm on power saving mode most of the time.
So I don't know, but yeah, it's changing.
PC Master Race.
You know what? I used to hate that phrase, the whole PC Master Race thing, but now that I'm part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I am a PC gamer now because I have one that I built and I play on it, but I still like my PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh, and my thing is, I don't think that these.
And I don't hate Xbox because, I mean, I'm not just hating on Xbox. I hate Xbox for a reason. So I hate Microsoft in general.
Yeah, I'm beginning to hate them more and more. But my whole thing is I hate the divide that phrase represents within gaming.
Because it's like we're better than you, and
that's what I hate. Like people who play on a PC because they're more vested in gaming. Like, a console is like.
Consoles are for more casual gamers.
Yeah, it's a convenience versus having to do everything that's involved with the PC. It's a plug and play. I don't think anybody who plays on a console, period, is any less of a gamer or any, whether skilled or into their game than a person who plays on PC. A person who plays on PC just wants a device that they can do more with, that they can mod things with, and they can, do different things with. And I think it's really the only difference. It doesn't make them any more or less of a gamer, and it doesn't make anything better or worse. Yes, a PC is going to be more powerful, but an Xbox or PlayStation is going to be more convenient.
Yeah. And yes, fuck mobile gamers.
Fuck all gamers. Oh, yes. Yes, mobile gamers are not gamers.
It's like 60 FPS and full.
Oh, no. Oh, hold on. So, wait. Mobile gamers are not gamers. We have to be specific on this, though. Because the person playing a Game Boy is still a gamer.
That's not mobile. We're talking about,
What the hell is it then? It's a mobile gaming system.
It's a handheld console. Mobile gaming means playing on a device that's not necessarily made for gaming, like a phone.
Okay, so that's the definition then that we're going with.
Yeah,
because
Game
mobile
Boy is a handheld console, not a mobile.
Because mobile always meant to me that there was being able to be moved and played while you're moving it. I mean,
mobile didn't even become a term until phone, so don't try to turn this around on Game Boys. Leave the fucking Game Boys alone.
Hey, look, man, just because I was a Game Gear guy doesn't mean...
I had a Game Gear, too. And a Game Boy.
Game Gear, the thing that you had to hook up, like, you know, a car battery to run.
Yeah.
You remember those things? It was 6 or 8 batteries you had to put in that thing.
Fuck. I don't know.
And literally, you got like an hour and a half of playtime.
By that concept, the Switch would be mobile.
I mean, technically.
It's semi-mobile.
Technically. But Jay, did you hear that, though? There's something here's news that came out here recently. Sega is putting out a Game Gear. A new Game Gear.
Yeah, I've heard it.
I haven't done much research. I saw the flyers for it and stuff. I just haven't had time to read the articles. But they are putting out a Game Gear. Let's see if I can't find an article. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. Sega's Game Gear Micro is a tiny blast from the past. So it's literally a Game Gear that they made smaller so you don't have to have 5,000 batteries in it.
Game Gear. Oh, GameGear.com is not what I was thinking of. It's like athletic gear or something.
Oh, is that what they're calling it now? What's old is new again. What's old is big business. Sega knows a lot about being back beloved gaming systems and tells of the past, putting a twist on the modern audiences. Its latest endeavor follows this strategy. The Game Gear Micro, a celebration of the company's 60th anniversary. As part of the festivities, Sega is debuting a miniature version of its classic color handheld gaming system from 1990. People are saying that the new Game Gear will be a scam. Why would it be a scam? Like, they're just bringing back something from the old days. Like, I'm honestly curious.
What is this? This is in Japanese?
Yeah, I clicked on it and it's in Japanese. What does it say, AD?
I'll let you know once I get it into Google Translate.
What? What it says?
Is this... What is... Oh. That's it. There's no way it's that small.
How small is it? I missed it.
Huh?
Looking. 4 color, 4 games.
This is a joke, right? There's no way you can play on something that small.
Well, I still don't see how small it is. But I'm watching on stream, so I've got to look at the list.
Here, let me rewind back to that shot.
I think that's just a marketing ploy where they're trying to, like, it's going to be so small, it's micro. I don't think it's going to be that small.
Yeah, there's no actual size. Unless it's in Japanese that I can't read. Because I'm not that kind of Asian.
Let's see.
What is this? A console for ants?
Okay. No, they have a sign so the Game Gear Micro is a teeny tiny little thing. Its footprint is smaller than a credit card, although it's thicker, of course. 80 by 43 by 20 millimeters.
Yep, here we
roughly
go.
3 by 1.7 by 0.8 inches. And it has 1.15 inch display. It contains a single mono speaker and a headphone jack. You can charge via USB or run off of 2 AAA batteries. It's keychain size, so you can take it to the Game Gear everywhere you go. So it's basically a gigapet.
But it's...
What games are going to come on this thing?
The 4 games that were on the commercial.
What, Sega? I wonder if it's going to be 1 game per console.
I don't know.
Like, you get the blue one, you get that game.
It's the same thing? Yeah.
It's a gimmick. I thought it was going to be like a real remake and we'll be able to get my Game Gear out and play and stuff.
There's no way anyone's going to play on something that small.
I'm 33 fucking years old. I got to be careful how small things are. I'm going to go blind. The hell is that thing? I'll just buy the Sega Genesis from Amazon. The Sega Genesis Mini that I can plug up to my 65-inch fucking screen and play that. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? You fuck the world. How do you screw up bringing back the Game Gear?
Like
Motherfuckers. That's it. I'm ready to riot now. I'm done.
Well, it's coming from Japan, so if we're going to riot, it's got to be in Japan. So we riot here about the Game Gear, then Americans not even going to know what the fuck we're talking about.
So what you're saying is you're going to pay for us to go to Japan?
Sure.
Sweet.
I just need a few more subs.
I tell you what, I'll help you pay if I get a few more subs on my channel too.
New riots breaking out in Tokyo over video games? What's up, Leroy?
Proper UI upscaling tool for Final Fantasy 14 instead of whatever bullshit they have now. What? What? Somebody help
Leroy,
me?
you can't just come in and talk about your own thing with me.
What? This shit is hard to control with the controller. What? Is it?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what's happening. Don't know what's happening.
It's fine.
That's what we should name this episode. What are we gonna riot about?
Riot.
Riots. We're gonna riot about the riots. Every HUD element is scalable, you're just lazy. Oh no. No, they're gonna riot against each other now. I don't know. I can't. I mean, like I said, well, you said at the beginning of the stream, there's not a whole lot of news out there.
We were actually able to talk about stuff, though.
Yeah.
This was actually this was a more interesting show, at least, than last time.
Yeah. Yes, last time we just really didn't have anything to talk about.
Last time we were really, like, phoning it in.
We really were.
At least this time we were able to come up with shit.
Yeah? Oh. EA moved a whole bunch of their games to Steam. That's nice to know. Total War Song Control, Lost 4. Yep, I've got nothing else. I've like. And then it looks like this week's going to be just as bad because there's just nothing slotted for this week. So they all pushed it back more than. I think there's one or two things.
So great, thanks for the sub.
What's up? Oh, Workers update. Yeah.
And on Monday, one for Nerdy. Alright, so we're getting close. We're getting close to our trip to Japan, to Riot.
Yeah, or we could go to.
He is a gay cowboy. Hey, Pokemon Sword and Shield isn't delaying their DLC.
Who?
Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Oh, I forgot about that. I haven't even finished the story for the. I need to sit down and play that.
Isle of Armor expansion hits June 17th. Yeah,
nice.
I've been wanting to try the game out.
Which one do you haven't played? Pokemon?
Huh?
You don't have it?
I haven't played that one. Sword and Shield. I haven't played the newest one.
You should play the opposite one of what I'm playing.
What do you have?
I'll let you know. I know I do have it. I've played it, but it's been like 4 months since I've touched it, or at least 2.5 months since I touched the Wii or the Switch, because the wife has Animal Crossing now.
Yeah,
she hogs that shit. So I mean, it's not my fault. I think I have Sword. I'll let you know which one I have. You should get the opposite, because there's Pokemon I can get that you can't that you can't get. Because you know how Pokemon does it.
Yeah,
so we have to trade. If you want to collect them all, you got to trade.
Well, I mean, it's virtually impossible to collect them all, like all of them, because of all the stupid event Pokemon.
Yeah,
shit. I hate that shit. It's so dumb.
Huh?
Like, you miss the event, you miss out forever.
Yeah. Dudes, I need to walk the dog. Are you guys going to be up for gaming later? I have to do some work on the chicken coop. It's only about a halfway built, but that's not until it starts cooling off. It's like 100 and some odd degrees outside, so I might be up for some gaming, maybe, depending where we're gaming and depending on what Nerdy Wife says.
Yeah, we could do something.
Maybe. Possibly. First there was an option for that. Wish they fucking told me. Oh, everything. I moved a lot of the Pokemons because they are lazy devs. They make infinite money. Pokemon hate in the fucking chat. Look, everybody knows. I'm going to get real hate for this one. But everybody knows that the only real Pokemon that are any good are the original 150. That's it.
Yeah.
The original 150. Everything else is shit anyway.
I mean, I think there are cool ones up to Generation 3.
I was gonna say, up to the point where they started having floating ice cream cones.
Yeah, that's stupid. A lot of them are really stupid, and especially in the newer ones. But I think there were, at least in Generation 2 and 3, there were at least still some cool ones in there.
Fucking Cosbaz. Hey, look. Don't be upset that Generation 1 was the best one. You're just deflecting and trying to make me look like, some Generation 1 bootlicker cocksucker. Don't be upset that all other generations weren't as good as Generation 1. I get it.
Voltorb actually looks cooler than Electrode. Just one of those Pokemon that look dumber when it evolves.
Mm-hmm. Some of them had that problem.
Yeah. There's a topic. Since we're not going to have shit to talk about probably next week too, let's just come up with like the dumbest looking Pokemon list.
I already have one in my mind. I got the dumbest Pokemon ever.
Like, dumbest looking Pokemon and like the shittiest evolutions.
Yeah, I can come up with that.
Like the Pokemon that are just not worth evolving because they still suck or whatever. I don't know. We can come up with lists and shit.
The streamer Pokemon. His first evolution is he has a headset. Or no, his base form, he has a headset and he's sitting in like some crappy chair. Second part of the evolution, he's got like a cheap microphone. It's got a better chair. In his last part of evolution, it's got like a boom arm coming off each side of his fucking chair. With different mics.
Oh, Pipes, good luck getting a Switch right now.
Oh
It's
yeah, dude, you're not gonna
fucking
find one.
ridiculous. Last time I looked, I mean, luckily I bought one from my cousin, but when I was trying to look online for some, they were only ones you can find
$800.
are like $100 more expensive than usual.
They're dumb. They're dumb. It's just price gougers, man. It happens all the time. Look at what happened. Like I said, look at what happened to microphones.
Yeah,
People had to go home and work from home. So obviously those people were buying microphones. And then everybody who said everybody needs a microphone went out and bought microphones so they could price gouge them. And same with webcams. And give it a couple months, then all these things will be super cheap because they would have restocked the shelves. People don't need them as much. And the people who price gouged them are going to, they just have a whole bunch of crap now that they can't sell.
just buy a Vita. Do they still sell that shit?
Do they? You probably get one really cheap now. Honestly.
Or people know that and the only ones selling them are selling them for more than they should.
Finding one isn't the issue, it's the lack of money. From barely making enough to pay bills to not eat properly. I don't know how to help you on that one, man. The world is a mess with that when it comes to that stuff.
The world is a shit.
It is. Where are we at on time on the show? I don't know. We've been sitting here for a minute, haven't we?
We're at 2 hours.
All right. Are we going to end the show in the world of shit?
The world is a shit. And everything sucks. Everything is postponed.
It is. Actually, we went into this on this question, and we kind of talked about it earlier, but just other people here and ran to the show. What do you think the odds are of just everything continuously being postponed to the rest of the year? Like we're gonna get to like some big releases, and they're gonna say, "Oh, because of this, we're gonna postpone this."
Yeah, I think everything's gonna be 2021.
You think so?
Nothing's happening this year.
You think so?
Nothing major.
Yeah. So no new consoles, no new big releases unless they have to release, because they've already delayed so much, or they've, they have leaks out there. So I still think we're going to see Last of Us. I think Ghost of Tsushima might get pushed. I think Ghost of Tsushima might get pushed 2021. I think we're going to see Cyberpunk just because they've already made a huge delay as it is.
Yeah, but why would Ghost of Tsushima need to be delayed at this point?
Sony delayed their freaking stuff because you don't think they'll delay fucking game releases? I mean, other than The Last of Us, because if they don't, the leaks are out there. Everybody's just going to get spoiled. Nobody's going to want to play their game.
Yeah, because the Last of Us is being released because they're rushing it out. But Ghost of Tsushima is like their only thing coming out at this point. So I think they gotta have something.
Well, I read an article Monday, I guess it was, or whatever it was, that the player base who saw Ghost of Tsushima, a lot of the replies and things that people are saying basically echo what we said. That the game isn't what they expected. And that they're not as excited about it as they were in the beginning. So there are enough games to play. I don't mind the wait. That's what I said earlier. Like I've been able to explore games that I haven't legitimately thought I wouldn't play. I've had time to do that. Although I really want Wasteland 3 to come out this year. I really want to play that game. But all right, I got nothing else. You got anything else?
No. I think that's it.
All right, guys. I think that's it for today. Sorry you don't have a lot of news, but there's just not a lot of news out there. You and a girlfriend to come out this year. I hope when it comes out for you.
I think that girlfriend DLC might be delayed too. So.
Oh man, yeah. But hey, you could always go the mobile route and go get a hooker. All right. I think we're done.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. This was fun. I know it was kind of just a goofy, off the wall thing. Expect the same thing next week too, guys, because it looks like everything's delayed.
Yeah, for real, because I don't think we're gonna have anything special. Like, for real, everybody come back next week with your list of Pokemon.
Yeah, come back, list of Pokemon, and if you remember reading a cool article, bring that back too, so we can talk about it. Because right now it's kind of dead because everybody's delayed everything. So we'll try to find stuff, but
post stuff in Discord if you find it.
Yeah, we'll take a look and we'll talk about it. With that being said, is it time to smile and wave, AD?
Smile and wave.
Bye, guys.